Rich people of Reddit. What's the craziest, most unethical thing you've seen people in your circle spend money on? A friend of mine made a lot of money on Dogecoin and then spent $285,000 on an NFT that now has a value of around $400. My mother woke up one morning and said she felt like she was way too fat, and she wanted to get a treadmill. The treadmill wouldn't be a problem, but then she saw where it would be and didn't like the lighting. Fast forward 2 months later and there's a $40,000 outdoor gym built and connected to the house. She hasn't used it once. Paid a group of homeless guys to only use the bathroom on a competitor's business. Eventually bought that place for a massive discount. I know a guy who went to go get a new driver's license and had to pay $100,000 in back parking tickets, then joked about it after. Apparently he couldn't get a permit to park in front of his house, so he just did anyway and accepted like a $200 fine every day. If you like this, subscribe for more. What's the worst advice you've ever received in your life? Don't quit your job at Walmart. You've been here for 3 years. Just 7 more and you'll be fully vested in the company. One thing I just remembered about that job, we had a manager who, since the time I started working there, couldn't speak above a whisper no matter how hard she tried. It had been like this for years. 2 years after I was hired, she finally found a doctor who figured out the problem. Apparently, if you're stressed out every single day for years on end, it can cause a psychogenic voice disorder. When my daughter was an infant, my wife couldn't breastfeed, and my daughter couldn't digest formula very well. So I had to buy special pre-digested formula for like $25 a can. I was at the cashier paying for the formula. The guy in front of me was gathering his things. He said to me, he says, "When my kids were baby, I wish I know what I know now." I was like, "What's that? What do you know?" He says, "Babies don't need formula. All they need is sugar water. All the rest is a scam." I was like, "I'm so glad you didn't know that back then." Subscribe for more videos. Former fat people of Reddit. What's an actual trick that helped you lose weight? When you get a craving for something, instead of telling yourself no, tell yourself later. It's a little psychological trick that seems to work for some reason. The human brain doesn't like never, but it can handle not now just fine. Weird, I know. If you want to exercise more, find an exercise you genuinely enjoy. If you hate running, you'll never be motivated to run. If you want to eat healthier, you have to find foods you enjoy. If you think that Greek yogurt is gross, you aren't going to eat it for breakfast instead of a bagel with cream cheese. Drinking as much water as you're supposed to. Sometimes the body makes you think you're hungry when you're actually thirsty. Actually weighing portions out helped me. Turns out I had no idea what a single serving was. I was astounded when I saw how much cereal's in one serving. I must have previously been eating around 2 to 3 servings. Easy trick, get rid of drinks with calories.